If you can hear the dishwasher or the laundry, I apologize. I'm hoping that by putting this microphone like literally right next to my mouth, you won't catch the sounds in the background. If you do, I apologize. It's a Sunday. I gotta do laundry. I gotta clean. I gotta do my dishes, like a normal human being. Anyway, if you see my sweater or top, it's like not thick enough to be a sweater, but it's too thick to be just like a long sleeve t-shirt. But it's really cute. So I'm wearing it today because yesterday I finally got my hands on, I'm like the last to this party, just to be clear. But I finally got my hands on Onyx Storm. Okay, so here's the story and a little tangent because you know me, I'm a yapper. I go on tangents. I went to Target on the day of release. So I worked on the day of release. My phone just told me my battery is low, so I'm gonna speed this up so I can put it on charge. But I worked on release day, and then I went to my local Target afterwards to see if I could find this in store, and it was sold out. I am sweating because I was just vacuuming and cleaning, by the way, so just let me be glistening. Okay, thank you. So I went on release day, was sold out, and I didn't want to order it online because I was like I want to pick it up and read it the same day. It didn't happen. So on Friday night I finally gave up. I ordered it online on my Target order. It's not even here yet, by the way. But Saturday I went to Target because I was like, I need my groceries. But then I went to check. It said it was limited stock in my local Target. So I spoke to an associate, shout out to Brennan, and he was like, yeah, it does say there's 3 in the store, but obviously they weren't on the display case. So I was like, yeah, it's probably in someone's cart, whatever. And he was like, if I find it, and we're getting another box soon, if I find it or if that shipment comes in, I can call you. So I gave him my number, went on my merry way, was doing my groceries, and he called me as I was about to leave, and he was like, someone had just returned this one, so if you still want it or if you're around again, you should come get it. So I was like rushing back to the electronics slash book section, and I was like, yes, I was about to leave. I was doing my groceries, but I was about to leave. So I got this in store. It's the deluxe edition with the gorgeous dragons. The bottom is kind of this ashiness and the top's just black, and then you can see the map is just pretty, and then it just says Onyx Storm on the sides. But this is the version that I have, and whenever my Target order arrives, it says it's supposed to arrive on Wednesday, I will honestly probably just go return that one because I think I like this one better. I had it on my shelf with this facing out and it was really cute. I want to get the rest of these in like special editions, but I probably won't do that. Long story short, just to say, I finally got my hands on Onyx Storm. I'm gonna start reading this today. I wanted to do like a little Onyx Storm reading vlog. Well, first things first is I'm gonna put my phone on charge so that it can charge and not keep blinking at me because it's literally like yelling at me saying I have low battery. And I'll start this in the meantime. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'll probably make some tea because it's gloomy and cold. And yeah, I will check in probably when my battery is fully charged. Let's get into this. I'm so excited. I have not looked up any spoilers. Apparently someone said the ending's supposed to be sad. And so I was like, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not looking up any spoilers. So I am too excited. I know I'm very backlit, but I just had to do a little check-in. I got cold. Wait, I got too hot, so I took this off. And then I got too cold, and I put it back on. And my body just is not controlling heat properly, so we'll see. I have a blanket and shorts, but a long sleeve. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm not one for annotating, but this book has had me giggling and laughing in so many spots that I was like, I need to remember these spots. Anyway, it's like, what is it, 3:30 right now? 3:20, 3:30. I would say like halfway through. This is I'm on chapter 27, and first of all, who is surprised about Holden? Not me. I can't. Zayden? Not even Zayden. Tarn and Darna. These dragons are hilarious. Like, I have been giggling, screaming, kicking my feet while reading this book because the dragons are funnier than some of the humans. Anyway, but I'm loving it so far. I am a little worried based on how it's going because okay, maybe I forgot what happened in Iron Flame because this book kind of just jumped right in there and I was like, whoa, wait, back up 2 steps. But like I didn't reread Iron Flame, so it wasn't. But I was like, is it a secret or is it not a secret? And if you know what I'm asking about. Because like I didn't think Violet knew, but she does right away. Which I get it, they have the bond, whatever. But I was like, Anyway, so I am hopeful that things will go well, but I am also like, I have a feeling I'm gonna cry at the end of this book, and I have a feeling that I'm about to be in a book slump, but I'm not gonna stop reading it. I'm gonna spend the entire day reading this book until I'm done, and if it gets to be too late, I will go to sleep, but I'm like flying through it, so it's like whatever. I'm on page 235, and I think this book is like 520 pages ish, 530 pages ish. So just about halfway. But first of all, I was gonna do a check-in when my dishwasher and my laundry stopped, but I got so sucked in that they stopped, and it's been hours now. So I was like, oh, I should probably take a break. Also, I took the sleeve off just for reading because it makes it easier. I don't know if I said that already, but usually when I'm reading a hardcover book, I take the sleeve off because I'm not gonna fight over the sleeve. This is why I would have preferred if these books came in paperback. But it's so cute. Like the dragons is so cute, and it's making me, because I'm looking at the dragons that are painted, and I'm like, who's who? I think that's Taryn, the bottom one. You probably can't see because it's like the biggest one. But yeah, I am really liking it so far. I am really glad that I waited till today, the day that I had off, to read it, actually, because if I started this a night, like a work night, I would not want to stop, and then I would be exhausted the next day. I also don't work tomorrow, so if I have to stay up late reading this, I am not mad at it. Anyway, I'm still like, I look at the maps and I'm like, is it just me? I'm sure it's not just me, but every time I wow. Anytime they mention a location, I always go back to the map and I'm like, wait, where is that in relation to the other one? You know? So like when certain people are talking about Navarre, I'm like, okay, this is Navarre. And then I have to like remember all these places. Like there's Biscayeth College, and then there's the Vale, right? So they're super close together. Every time I read about it, I feel like it's like hours and hours away, which I don't know what's what. It feels like it's farther away, but they're right next to each other. You know? Can you see this? I hope you can see what I'm showing because I can't see the screen anymore. But when they talked about like the Barrens is like all the way over here. And like, I'm also looking and it's like, is it Arctile Ocean? Arctile? Is that supposed to be like the Arctic Ocean? That's not a thing. Is that supposed to be like the Atlantic Ocean? And then there's the Emerald Sea. It's just, oh, I love it. I love it. Anyway, the only reason I picked up was to say I'm like kind of halfway. I was just laughing, hilariously laughing at Taryn. And then, of course, the crap that happened after, and I was upset, so I had to take it. I want Chipotle, so I might go to Chipotle. What I should do is make like a frozen meal that I already have, but I want Chipotle. I don't know why I'm like craving Chipotle. The sun, like, okay, I hate winter because it's too cold, but like the sun goes down so early. It's like barely 3:30 and it's like sunset light, which is so pretty. Anyway, this is me yapping to take a break, so let me return to my book. First of all, I had to change my sweater into something a lot more comfortable and loose because I was getting hot. I was like reading and I was like, this is too intense. I'm getting hot. Anyway, I am on chapter, I think 50 now. Doesn't matter. But yeah, this is like how much I have left of the book. So I'm on page 420 and I think there's 530-ish pages. So I have about 100 pages left of this book. And I want this to be a spoiler-free video, so I'm not going to say anything. But we just found out something about Violet. And a part of me is like, duh. But it's also like, well, of course that would happen. And of course she would find out in the way that she found out because I want someone else to read. Emily, I'm talking to you. Please read this book so we can yap about it. Because, oh my goodness. I want to talk about it so bad. And I already know in like 2 days I'll forget everything that happened. But I am being optimistic. And yes, I found some more funny, hilarious things. I think I need to become one, I'm using pink because I have like primary colors of sticky notes. The pink is the one that I have open. But I think I do need to get annotating supplies because am I an annotator? Should I be an annotator? There's some places that I was like, I want to underline, I want to highlight, I want to laugh, I was laughing, I was giggling, this book is intense but hilarious. So it's like, is there a fantasy comedy? You know, there's romance comedy, like rom-coms. Is there romantic-com? Anyway, but it's what time is it? Almost 7, like 6:50 now. It's completely dark outside, so I had to shut my blinds. I have been on this couch since I think like 10 in the morning because I can't put this book down. There have been very few books that do that, you know? And I'm noticing it's a lot of fantasy books. Which is fine. I'm accepting the fact that I'm a fantasy girly now, but it's like there's just so much happening like back to back to back. Every time like I had to stop in the middle of the chapter because I was like there's not a good place to stop. You know how sometimes you read to the end of the page or you read to the end of the paragraph or you read to the end of the chapter. Usually I'll read to the end of the chapter before I stop. But it's like by the time I'm done, I need the next one. I don't know why I'm yapping right now, but I'm just like I think I needed a second because it's like there's so many things about this book that aren't surprising but are like, does that make sense? Like I'm not sitting here like, oh my goodness, I never saw that coming, like, you know, but I'm also like, oh, that's where Rebecca Yarros was going with that. I don't think I will be able to accept if this book does not end the way I want it to, because I think it's only a trilogy, right? I don't think there's a fourth book. Yeah, I think this is the last of it, and I have about 100 pages left, and there's a lot that I want to happen. I think I will be very upset if it doesn't happen. Hang on, I'm Googling it. I am Googling. Oh, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame both came out in 2023. That's funny. There's gonna be 5 books in this series. There's going to be 5 books in this series. Are you kidding me? Listen, I can't be having these like cliffhanger endings. I can't wait another year or 2. What? It's currently planned to be 5 books long. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't have looked that up at this moment because now I'm like, I feel like it's going to end in a cliffhanger and I'm going to have to wait a year or 2 for the next book. And I don't think I can do that. And I'm going to finish this book tonight because I don't think I can not finish it tonight, you know? Emily, I know it's going to be months probably, but I'm patiently waiting for you to read this book so that I can talk about it because, I need to talk about it. Chapter 53. I can't. Oh, no. Like, no. I'm speechless. I have no words. This can't be. No. I refuse. I refuse. If you've read the book, I refuse. Okay, that's all I have to say. I refuse. I do not accept this as truth. I do not accept what just happened as truth. So, nope, didn't happen. Did not happen. I refuse. Excuse me, Rebecca Yarros. Excuse me. I don't even have words. I know this book's only been out for like a week now. Actually, 5 days. This book's only been out for 5 days now. And I just finished it. I will say the end was not as intense. Well, it was. I remember like at the end of Fourth Wing, I was like, and then I immediately started Iron Flame. And at the end of Iron Flame, I was like, so I think maybe I'm just like, maybe my expectations of like intensity and cliffhangers is just going up or down or whatever. Because I don't know. And I don't even know what the next book is called or when it's going to be out. I'm not okay. There were some parts that I was like, okay, we're doing this. I see, I don't want to spoil it. Okay, so you know how in Iron Flame, well, I'm hoping if anyone's watching this video, they've already read Iron Flame. There was like some miscommunication in Iron Flame, and that annoyed me a lot. Still gave it a 5 out of 5. This, I'm glad, didn't have that question mark. Just kidding. See, I don't want to say anything that will give anything away, but I will say I don't think I'm going to be in a reading slump. One, because I think I'm going to read like another holiday romance because those have been great palate cleansers for me. So I think I'm going to read like a random Christmas book or like a random romance book because if anyone has not read Onyx Storm yet, this book is hilarious, by the way. Like, let's be honest, this, I don't think I remember in like Fourth Wing or Iron Flame like laughing so much. Like, I mean, let's be honest, the dragons and their sass and Darna, that like I will read every book in the series just for the dragons, you know? I'm trying to remember, was I like giggling and laughing so much in the other two books? I know there were some times, but not as much as this book. Like I want to reread it already so I can annotate it, but I won't do that right now, obviously. My goal, my plan, if you would, is whenever the next book is announced, I will reread all three of them in preparation for that. I think that's what I'm going to do. It might have been a bad idea to read it all in one day, but I also I know myself and I know that was the best idea because I wouldn't have been able to take a break. I know that. But I will say, I can wait. After this, I can wait because I'm kind of upset. Don't be putting me on a roller coaster of emotions like that. What the hell? Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for experiencing Onyx Storm with me because if anybody else has read it already, please leave it in the comments below if which ending was the best. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, or Onyx Storm. I think Iron Flame. And maybe it's because Onyx Storm wasn't out yet, but the moment I finished Iron Flame, I was like, I want the next book right now. It was the same with Fourth Wing, but I was like impatiently wanting the next book. And now I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good for a second. I think I'm okay for a little bit. I know earlier I was like, how many books are in this series? And yes, that was because I felt like the ending was going to do that to me. And it did. Now I'm like, yeah, I can wait. I can wait a minute. I was both sad and really happy. I was excited. I was pissed off. And listen, thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. I will see you in the next one.